Better news, even, than can initially be grasped. For a player this young, to go from Double-A right to a major league roster is a rare and notable occurrence. A fast-rising young player is welcomed for the first time to a major league roster. At least for today. His new skipper offers words of wisdom and inspiration as he prepares to make his debut appearance on the show's big stage. A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills. A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
Downtown Baltimore and Oriole Park on a Friday night. Tonight, the first of this 3-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Number 25 makes his big league debut right after this. Number 25 gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts.
First pitch of the at-bat. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled away. Another 0-2 home. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career's going to...
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, I'm looking for signs of life from Andrew Benintendi. Look, they need his power to come back. There's no other way to say it. He has 0 home runs last month, and he hits in the middle of the order. They expect big things from him, and so am I. This team will not go anywhere unless he starts to get hot.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Roll, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Here's Mookie Betts, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he buys himself another pitch as this is fouled away to keep it at 0-2. The next 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. Popped him up. Sucre waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And I want to talk about shortstop Alcides Escobar. This guy's a premium defender. He's been that way his whole career. A former World Series champion. The ability to go up the middle and to the backhand with a strong arm.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Stewart is in pursuit, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's strike two on a well-placed changeup around the knees. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Now another 0-2. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Now another 1-2. Hit to Trumbo takes it in, and he'll step on first himself for the out. So bases are empty here with two gone, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland. And that's taken for strike one. Looking at his career totals, Moreland has collected just over 150 home runs in his big league days. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 now.
Straight up.
Fouled off. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Next up for the Red Sox, Jackie Bradley Jr. 7-8-9, bottom of the order, set to go here in the third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the first baseline. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Stepping into the box, Brock Holt, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. 0-1 the count. Red Sox still looking for their first hit here. Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are two gone. So bases are empty here with two gone, and from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High in the air out towards shallow right. Stewart has a play, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
At the start of the day, they find themselves as one of the worst teams in the league in hitting.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the utility man, Eduardo Nunez.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Count is 1-2 now. Slow roller down the third baseline. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Digging in for his second at-bat, Andrew Benintendi. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a first-pitch knuckle curve is a called strike. 0-1. 0-2 the count to Benintendi. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here. 1-2.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball's coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. So Bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. Hit the other way out toward right field. Stewart will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends in order to go the striding in for Boston, Mookie Betts. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop.
1-1-1.
Hard hit to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So one away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. And that's by him. It's 0-1. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1.
1 strike.
The 1-1. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Knuckleball, and he can't pull the trigger. It's a called strike 3 for out number 2. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland.
Now batting, the
First delivery to him on the way.
Moreland.
There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. A bouncer to the left side, and there's the first hit of the game for the Red Sox. Throw into second.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Bradley Jr.
Here's the first pitch to him. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. I think I'd take that one too. It's 0-2 now.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle.
1-1-1.
High chopper over to first. Trumbo charging in on it, so they do get their first hit, but they're... Here's Brock Holt now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
The second baseman, Brock Holt.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Digging in to try it again, Christian Vasquez. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Starts him out with a good dancing knuckleball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 0-2 once more. And he struck him out. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Eduardo Nunez. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now here's the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. And the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Ned. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Now batting.
Here's J.D. Martinez as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Straight up.
Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. A pop out and a ground out for him to this point. And he lays off there 1-0.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle. Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Oh, he checked the swing there and pops this one up. But this will land untouched. 0-1, here it comes. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A pause and the 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Get up and stretch here in Baltimore, and we still have no score. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Mitch Moreland. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
A good pitch there on 0-1 as this is hit fouled over to the right side. Strike 2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Now batting, the center fielder.
First offering on its way.
Bradley Jr.
Bounced
1-1-1.
front of the plate. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. Dustin Pedroia will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 15, Justin.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Pedroia, affectionately nicknamed Laser Show. He was taken in the 2nd round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone. Pedroia, affectionately nicknamed Laser Show. He's in year 1 of a new 3-year deal. Grounded to third. Throw on to Trumbo will be in time, and the inning is over. Now batting, Christian Vasquez. 0 for 2 for him to this
The
point.
catcher, Christian Vasquez.
First delivery to him on the way. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Eduardo Nunez stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. Weak grounder down the line at third. But this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That just misses off the inside for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
So a full count now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Grounded back up the middle, and no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, Matt. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Michael Givens comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 60, Michael.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. Baltimore jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back.
Number
Number 25.